Lahat tayo nagsisikap.
Lahat tayo nagsisipag.
Lahat tayo nais tumalino't gumaling.
Lahat tayo gustong makatulong sa pamilya at sa bayan.
Lahat tayo maaasahan.
Lahat tayo gagawa.
Lahat tayo tutulong.
Lahat tayo didiskarte at dilikha para sa ating kinabukasan.
Dahil lahat tayo ay may pangarap, may gustong abutin, may nais marating.
At kahit pa humarap sa libu-libong hamon ng buhay,
Ang tatag ng lahing Pilipino,
Mangingibabaw.
Susulong.
Tayo ay magiging matatag.
matatag na kurikulum,
Matatag na paaralan at agarang serbisyo para sa edukasyon.
Matatag na programa sa mag-aaral at kabataan.
matatag na suporta para sa mga guro.
ang ating pangarap,
Maaabot.
Mararating
Basta't tulong-tulong.
magsisipag tayo.
Magsisikap tayo.
para sa isang bansang makabata.
Batang makabansa.
Lahat tayo.
Lahat tayo.
Lahat tayo, matatag ang pangarap, matatag ang kinabukasan.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Orientation and Induction Program for Beginning Teachers, or IPBT. The program will start in 5 minutes. While waiting for the program to commence, you may type your questions or both of existing questions by going to Slido. Just enter the code 2788176 to type your questions about IPBT. Most voted questions will be answered during the discussion later. Thank you. Once again, a fantastic morning to one and all. Welcome to the orientation on the induction program for beginning teachers. I am Dr. Christy Monsanto, your host for today. To start our orientation, let us first sing the nationalistic song, Pilipinas Kung Mahal, to be followed by an ecumenical prayer as we seek the guidance of our Almighty Father. Afterwards, let us all together recite the DepEd Quality Policy.
Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin kong nagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y mabantayan, Pilipinas kong mahal. Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin kong nagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y mabantayan, Pilipinas kong mahal.
Let's pray. God of all creation, ruler of heaven and earth, whose loving kindness and mercy is as far as the east is from the west, we thank you and will lift your name on high. We humbly seek your presence today. Dwell in our midst. May you cleanse us from all unrighteousness, so that we would be worthy to come before you. Enable us to experience your divine grace and power, and grant us with unity, understanding, and wisdom as we hold this activity. Be our provider, strength, and an ever-present help, so that this endeavor will be a success, and more importantly, will please you and bring honor and glory to your name. Allow us to work together and share a common goal and clear vision, all for our teachers and learners. We humbly ask all these.
Thank you, everyone. Researcher Smith Sherrod posits the transition from pre-service to in-service teaching is made smoother by effective induction. It also counteracts the difficulties beginning teachers experience. That is why the National Educators Academy of the Philippines continues to implement and enhance the induction program for beginning teachers together with you, our dearest colleagues from the field. And to officially welcome you all, let us give a virtual applause to the passionate and proactive Director 3 of the National Educators Academy of the Philippines, Director Leah B. Apaw, for her welcome message.
Good morning, esteemed participants and distinguished guests. Once again, I am ecstatic to interact with my friends and colleagues from the regions. Truly, I am deeply honored to welcome each one of you to this momentous occasion, the virtual orientation for field implementers on induction program for beginning teachers, or IPBT. This orientation is a critical milestone in our shared commitment to the professional growth and development of our educators, a commitment that is not only vital but transformative, echoing the spirit of DepEd Order No. 11 Series 2019, which stipulates that the Teacher Induction Program is one of the core programs of the National Educators Academy of the Philippines, along with the Career Progression Professional Development Program and special programs. This is to ensure that all the professional development programs for newly hired teachers are aligned with the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, or PPST, and are effectively linked with the system for career progression. As we gather here today, we understand the profound importance of this program, IPBT. Remember that we are not just participants, but rather we are the architects of change in the world of education. As Winston Churchill said, to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Be the exemplar of change, for this induction program is not merely a set of guidelines and routines, but a profound step in shaping the future of our educational landscape. Our presence here underscores the significance of this program. We recognize our tremendous responsibilities to nurture the professional growth and development of our newly hired teachers. We value their contribution because we all know that they are our educators who are entrusted in shaping young minds and building the future of our nation. Hence, we have the IPBT to provide a systematic and comprehensive support system so that they can seamlessly immerse in the teaching profession, more particularly in the public school system. You being our field implementers, being our partners in this program or in the implementation of this program, you are the linchpin of this transformative journey. We all know that being a teacher or being teachers or being a teacher is very challenging. And so your role as regional and division focal persons, school heads, and mentors are pivotal in ensuring the success of this program. Of course, you play a critical role as you work with these newly hired teachers. To name a few, you will provide guidance, you will share knowledge, and you will foster an environment of continuous improvement. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, we must also acknowledge the unique challenge of conducting this orientation virtually. I commend each one of you for your adaptability, resilience, and for embracing technology as a means to connect and learn together. This is a testament to our commitment in providing the best possible support to our educators. Our ability to create a vibrant, collaborative, and supportive learning community is a reflection of our collective commitment. And so, we encourage you, our field implementers, to engage, ask questions, and collaborate as much as possible to foster professional growth. As we embarked on this transformative journey, I am filled with optimism for the successful implementation of this induction program for beginning teachers. Our aim is to not just meet but exceed the expectations set forth by the Department of Education while we implement the Matatag curriculum as envisioned by our Vice President and Secretary Sara Duterte. Under the Matatag agenda, we are here to ensure that every teacher is empowered, nurtured, and guided so that they can contribute significantly to improving the learning outcomes. In conclusion, I want, on behalf of the National Educators Academy of the Philippines, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for your dedication, hard work, and unwavering commitment to the cause of education. I know that we can always stay matatag tungo sa isang bansang tunay na makabata. Together, we can shape a future where our Filipino learners receive the best education, where our teachers feel empowered and supported, and where our educational system truly transforms. So, let us inspire, connect, and empower one another, for it is through this collaboration that we will truly make a difference in the lives of our educators and ultimately in the lives of our learners. Thank you, and let's move forward working together with determination and purpose as being articulated by Steve Jobs. If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Stay matatag para sa bansang makabata at mga batang makabansa. To God always be the glory. Good morning once again.
Thank you, Director Apau, for that warm and inspiring message. Truly, the IPBT is indeed a critical milestone for our beginning teachers, a best support system, a transformative journey. As Director Apau said, you, our dear teachers, are not just participants in this program, but architects of change in the world of education. At this juncture, we would like to welcome our colleagues and friends from the regions. When I call a region, may I ask our participants to click the heart reaction in our Facebook live stream. Everyone, let us all welcome our friends and colleagues from all over the country. Let's welcome our friends from Luzon with a heart react. So we have Region 1, Ilocos Region. Region 2, Cagayan Valley. Region 3, Central Luzon. Region 4A, Calabar Zone. Region 4B, Mimaropa. Region 5, Bicol Region. Cordillera Administrative Region or CAR, and the National Capital Region. Now click the heart react button to welcome our friends from Visayas. We have Region 6, Western Visayas, Region 7, Central Visayas, and Region 8, Eastern Visayas. Again, another heart react to welcome our colleagues from Mindanao. Region 9, Zamboanga Peninsula. Region 10, Northern Mindanao. Region 11, Davao Region. Region 12, Sorsogon, and we have the Caraga Region. And last but not the least, our colleagues from the National Educators Academy of the Philippines. Thank you. At this juncture, please allow me to share the activity objectives and program flow. Our objectives are as follows: orient key RO and SDO officials, school heads, and mentors about program design and delivery updates, and orient key RO and SDO officials, school heads, and mentors about their responsibilities as field implementers. We acknowledge that most of our RO and SDO counterparts were also with us last year, and so many items here today will really just serve as a refresher as we continue with the implementation of IPBT this school year. So for our flow of discussion, we started and almost done with our preliminaries. This will be directly followed by the discussion on IPBT program overview, design, and activities, as well as the roles and responsibilities for various stakeholders. Then there will be a 10-minute health break. We will then deep dive into the IBBT resource package, the guide and the course books, a walkthrough of the IBBT portal and access to online quizzes, forms, and templates. After all these inputs, the NAEP CO team will gather the most voted questions from Slido and address the concerns accordingly. Next, we will be sharing some reminders for our RO and SDO focal persons. Lastly, we will have our evaluation and closing. Now, for a productive and fruitful orientation, let us abide by the following norms. First, let's pay attention. Then respect others' opinion. Respect others' privacy. Let's participate actively. And last but not the least, share and apply learnings. To easily remember the norms, we use the letters in the acronym NAEP. N for narito. The GIF icon represents you as our partners in this activity. Please know that you are a gift to DepEd. Our ask, if you may, is that you also gift us your request and attention, that you be physically and mentally present during the sessions. Let's go to E, ejemplo. The atomic model for the word ejemplo is inspired by the word model. To model is to exemplify the desirable behaviors of a participant. What's the genetic makeup of a participant that you'd like to in an activity that you would facilitate? Please model those behaviors. Then A, ambag. The bag icon represents the things you can contribute, things you're willing to bring out of your bag to make this activity successful. Ambag would be in the form of active participation, well-meaning questions, reflective insights, and respect for each other. The bag also represents the knowledge, the skills, experiences that you would bring home and use as you make ambag in your workplace. And of course, for P, pag-ibig. The house icon is here to remind you of your pag-ibig housing loan balance. Well, just kidding. But seriously, it represents our families, the teachers, the school leaders in those buildings. We do what we do for our love for those who's inside those structures. But that pag-ibig housing loan icon is also a reminder that we owe it to ourselves to give ourselves the love that we selflessly give to others, because one can't pour from an empty cup. Okay? Now again, you should have any burning questions about IBBT. Okay, so you may type your questions or boot up existing questions by going to Slido. Just enter code 2788176 to type your questions about IPBT. Most voted questions will be answered later during the discussion. Thank you. All right. So at this juncture, I think everyone is ready to lend their ears as we go to our discussion. Without further ado, let me call on one of the focal persons of IPBT, Ms. Richie Carla Bisaga, Senior Program Specialist, National Educators Academy of the Philippines, Professional Development Division. Over to you, Ms. Richie.
Alright, so thank you so much, Miss Christy. So isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat, sa ating almost 6,000 viewers who are currently watching via our Facebook Live, so sa ating IPBT Facebook group. So muli, we thank you for your time and your continued support for all of our department's initiatives, one of which is the induction program for beginning teachers. So Ms. Christy is tama po, no? I recognize and maraming familiar viewers, lalo na po ang ating ever-supportive na RO at SDO counterparts who have been with us since last year and are very much well-versed with the intricacies of our program. But for those who are new to the program, siguro po kayo ay bagong mentor or bagong school head. Yan. So please allow me to share just a quick recap kung paano po tayo nagsimula. Alright, so by virtue of DO43, ayan, series of 2017, I know na marami po sa inyo nakaabot pa po nito, no? Ito po ang ating Teacher Induction Program policy. So dati po, ang ating induction program ay pinangungunahan pa ng Teacher Education Council Secretariat or ng TEX. Ayan. However, noong 2019, we were also able to issue DO11 series of 2019, which is the implementation of the NAEAP transformation. So, through that issuance, through beginning 2020, the Professional Development Program of DepEd for teachers and school leaders, kabilang na po dito ang TIP, ay nakapaloob na po sa NAEAP. And it was then that it was started to be rebranded as IPBT or Induction Program for Beginning Teachers. Alright po. So by 2020 and 2021, ayan, nagkaroon po tayo ng series of workshops and validation. Kasama po natin ang RCTQ sa pagbuo ng ating bagong course books. So marahil marami po sa inyo siguro na top as writers or validators ng ating bagong course books. So yung pag-enhance natin ng ating materials, ng ating learning resource package, pati na po ng ating policy, address the following concerns, which nag-gather po no, ng text sa kanilang monitoring and evaluation. So halimbawa po, the lack of various modalities for different school typologies, for specific details sa school implementation. Kasabay na nito, of course, yung pag-align ng laman ng ating course books into the PPST. Kasi dati po, ang course books natin ay NCBTS pa ang gamit na indicators. Alright, so that's 2020 to 2021. Noong 2022 po, ayan, nag-meet po tayo ng ating RO and SDO focus, no? Marami po tayong naging coordination meeting. Kasi doon po by 2022, doon po natin nilahad ang ating bagong guidelines, pati ng ating bagong course books. Oh. And this April to May 2023, we were able to issue the submission of the Year 1 reports mula po sa ating mentors, school heads, ang ating SDO focals po, no? Pati ng ating RO focals para matingnan po natin yung naging resulta ng ating bagong course books at bagong guidelines. The team has started already to thematize yung mga reports po na sinubmit ninyo, and so we thank you for that. As also part of our needs assessment, we also gave the online survey for selected beginning teachers, mentors, and school heads. So, valuable po sa amin yung mga feedback at input na nilagay po ninyo doon, at lahat ng po iyon ay pag-uusapan ng team at to be possible inputs para sa ating final issuance ng policy. Alright po. So finally, this September 2023, we were also able to issue a memorandum informing our field implementers. Kayo po yun, na continue lang po tayo sa pag-implement ng ating IPBT kasi syempre po, this school year, inaasahan natin na meron pa rin po tayong newly hired teachers. And so we must give support para sa ating mga bagong kaguruan. Alright po, so yun po ang naging takbo ng ating programa, no? So, tingnan po natin naman ngayon kung ano naman ang features ng IPBT. Alright. So, ano nga ba ang isang induction program? So, according to DM44, yan, series of 2023, it defined induction program as an umbrella or support mechanism put in place to assist a newly hired or newly promoted DepEd teacher. So sa case po natin, newly hired teacher po, Ayan, in adapting to new workplace culture and becoming effective and efficient in performing his or her functions as a full-fledged DepEd personnel. Ayan, so ito po ay kailangan mabigyan ng ating newly hired teachers kasi alam po natin na mahirap po, maging guro. And if we could recall yung experiences natin siguro when we were in our first year of teaching. Ako po, personally, naalala ko po na may mga araw na na-overwhelm ako sa dami ng gagawin or marami akong katanungan sa mga forms na kailangan kong i-accomplish. Kaya dito po tayo pumapasok. Kaya yung roles po natin bilang focal persons, bilang school head o bilang mentor po, is very critical para po matulungan ang ating mga newly hired teachers. Okay, so as shared by Ms. Christy kanina, a researcher, Smith Sherrod, mentioned that the transition from pre-service to in-service teaching is made smoother by effective induction. It also counteracts the difficulties of beginning teachers. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, marami pong challenges na ma-encounter ang ating bagong guro. Kahit naman po siguro ilang years na tayo sa service, kailangan pa rin natin ng mentorship at ang suporta ng ating mga colleagues. Kaya lalong-lalo na po ang ating mga beginning teachers. Alright, so para kanino po ba at para saan po ang ating IPBT? So IPBT is for those with 0 to 3 years in the public school system. Kaya nga po, gamit yung career progression terms, kaya tinag natin ito as beginning teachers. Okay, so meron pong question kanina sa Slido. Halimbawa po, kung napasok tayo sa serbisyo 2018 or 2019. So I think by our count po, you will be almost 4 years in the service already sa public school. So kung gano'n na po tayo katagal, baka hindi na po magiging effective para sa inyo ang IPBT. Kasi for sure, marami na po kayong nakuhang job, embedded learning in your 4 years. So sino po ang ating mga newly hired? Ito po ang ating mga fresh graduates, siguro past education graduates without teaching experience, yung mga private school teachers natin nakakapasok lang yan sa ating public school system. Okay, once po na bagong salta o bagong pasok po tayo sa ating public school, so kayo po ay considered to be a new hire. Alright, so IPBT is for you to demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the Department of Education, to be able for you to meet expectation of standards as articulated in the PPST. So currently, we have ongoing talks po, or collaborative effort po ito with TEX also and our HEIs in the future for us to align yung curriculum po, nila sa ating PPST. But in the meantime, habang hindi pa po ito fully aligned, ang IPBT po ang ating naging tugon para mas magabayan po ang ating mga newly hired teachers sa kanila, sa inaasahan nating competencies para sa kanila. And of course, to help our new teachers be immersed in the processes and systems of the public schools, in the hope that this will enhance their teaching practice. Okay po. Yan. So we would also like to share the conceptual framework for IPBT. So this conceptual framework was developed with the Research Center for Teacher Quality. And so the IPBT conceptual framework has three components. We have the curriculum, which helps teachers transition and adapt to work in depth ed and provides opportunities to improve their knowledge, skills, and values. We also have the delivery component, which provides teachers with multimodal delivery platform. And of course, the ecosystem, which enables harmonized and dynamic cooperation within linkages and resources. So isa-isahin po natin ang framework natin na ito. Right? So first off, we have our curriculum that supports induction and career advancement of teachers through their PPST-aligned courses. So very apparent po ito sa Year 1 kasi po ang Year 1 ng ating programa ay meron po talagang course books ang ating newly hired teachers na sasagutan or i-accomplish nila kasama ng kanilang mentors. So our curriculum or our course books are contextualized, can be contextualized and responsive. It's scenario-based approach. So marami po tayong makikita doon na maraming mga situational items na kailangan pag-usapan or pagdiskusyonan ng ating newly hired teacher together with their mentors or with their colleagues. It also supports the principles of inclusive education and self-directed learning. Ayan, for example, so aside from the required tasks, course books also contain optional tasks for additional readings and to further increase the KSAs of our newly hired teachers. So very apparent po ito sa Year 1, and these IPBT courses were developed to help beginning teachers undergo a seamless transition from pre-service to in-service. And so once again, kasama po natin ang ating RCTQ at ilang field implementers, writers po na nag-develop nitong ating bagong course books. Alright, so next, for our delivery component, this aims to help teachers towards building a community of practice via self-directed, participatory, at multiple modalities. So paano po natin ito nakikita sa ating programa? So ang ating pong IPBT has many learning platforms. Halimbawa po, maliban sa discussion with their mentor, maliban sa coaching and mentoring, pwede din pong i-accomplish or mag-undergo ng LAC sessions ang ating mga newly hired teachers kasama ang kanilang ibang ka-newly hires. Okay, so we also gave the course books in digital. So you have options to have it online or to have it printed. And of course, our program includes, lalo na po yung ating Year 2 and Year 3, it will allow our newly hired teachers to participate in other relevant professional development programs. Halimbawa po doon ang ating INSET at ibang mga required na professional development programs mandated by the department. Alright, and finally, the third component, our ecosystem, facilitates an integrative and harmonized professional learning ecosystem for the induction of newly hired teachers. Kaya dito po ina-acknowledge natin na hindi po mag-isa ang ating newly hired teachers kaagapay. Kasama niya po ang kanyang mentor, ang kanyang school head, at ang iba pa niyang mga kasama sa school. So an ecosystem approach also aims to have strengthened linkages, not just for the ones in the school, but in our course books po, no, may topics tayo doon where they're able to strengthen linkages in the community. And of course, to have their more dynamic professional learning. Alright po. So that is our conceptual framework. Now, tingnan naman po natin kung ano-ano ang mga activities under this program. As most of you would know, our IPBT, our current guidelines, it is composed of 3 years. So, tingnan po natin isa-isa ano ang mangyayari sa ating Year 1, 2, or 3. So, effective teacher induction programs typically consist of several key components designed to support and mentor new teachers as they go through their career. So, I just want to share this quote, no, from Richard Ingersoll. He is also one of the prominent researchers, no? Marami po siyang researches patungkol sa teacher induction. So according to him, induction programs should provide not only information, but also social and emotional support. So we found that whenever there is ongoing support and whenever there are mentors who really cared about our new teachers, there was a huge difference in job satisfaction and classroom performance. You know, this is one of the reason why yung ating IPBT, hindi lang po ito coursework para sa ating mga newly hired teachers. Marami po itong components, kagaya po ng coaching and mentoring, kasi naniniwala po tayo na kailangan po ng support. Ito po talaga ang ating overarching goal, no, na masuportaan natin ang ating mga newly hired teachers para hindi po sila ma-overwhelm at magabayan po natin sila in their first few years in the DepEd. So, tingnan po natin kung ano-ano po yung mga iba't ibang activities under ng ating IPBT. Alright, so for year 1, ayan, ito po yung latag, no? Our teachers will be provided their self-learning course books. So para po sa mga bumisita na sa ating IPBT portal, we were able to place the link of the course books there. Last year din po, we were able to share this to our RO and SDO focus. So for year 1, meron po tayong 6 na major course books kasabay po ng ating mainstream learning delivery modalities modules. Ngayon, we have a suggested timeline po, no? From quarter 1 to the 4th quarter. This is because we acknowledge na ang ating pong mga teachers, kasabay ng ating mga mentors, have many other tasks, no, in a school year. Kaya ang maximum po na binigay namin ay hopefully by the first year, matapos na po natin ang ating lahat ng course books. Yan. So, tapos po, may ilang topics pa na medyo collaborative. Halimbawa, pwedeng i-discuss through LAC sessions. So, we believe na possible po na matapos ang ating course books within a time frame of 1 year. Pero question po, required po ba na 1 year talaga matapos ang ating course books? So hindi po, no? Depende po sa pacing ng ating newly hired teacher. Halimbawa po, mabilis or masipag po si ating newly hired teachers, tas marami po silang LAC sessions. So pwede po na in less than 1 year ay makumpleto po ng ating newly hired teachers ang lahat ng kanilang course books. Okay po, so aside from their course books, we also have, of course, their coaching and mentoring, their differentiated supervision kasama ng kanilang mentor, and the submission of their outputs and exit quizzes. Mamaya po itatalakay ng isa pa nating focal person kung paano po natin ma-access ang ating online quizzes. But these outputs shall be verified by their mentors. So other activities also include formal observation, again, our LAC sessions, other job-embedded learning, and other relevant PD programs. So that's year 1 for our newly hired teachers. So again, these are the course books are designed to be self-paced. Okay po, tingnan naman po natin sa year 2 and year 3. So, one major difference lang po sa year 2 and year 3 from year 1 is that wala na pong course books. For now, the guidelines do not indicate any course books for year 2 and 3. But our newly hired teachers will utilize coaching and mentoring and differentiated supervision. In short, the same set of activities and mechanisms of support except for the course books. So, nandun pa rin po ang ating LAC sessions and other relevant PD programs. Pero po, ang ating pong year 2 and 3, hindi na po separate ang kanilang output or hindi na po separate ang kanilang portfolio. Dahil wala na po silang course books, ang ating pong end of the school year output dito ay naka-embed na po sa ating RPMS portfolio. So by the end of year 2, sasubmit po ito ng ating newly hired teachers at i-verify lang po ni mentor. It's the same process at the end of their year 3 and where they can already have their completion ceremony. Alright po, so mentees, that's our newly hired teachers and our mentors shall be given their completion certificates at the district or division-led completion ceremony. Ayan po. So that's our year 2 and year 3. Ayan. So ito po isa ding natanong sa amin, ano po ang mga possible MOVs ng ating newly hired teachers na kailangan ma-verify ni mentor or ni school head. So ito lang po ay mga posibleng MOVs, ano? So of course, lalo na for year 1, our newly hired teachers should have their accomplished and checked course books or their year 1 portfolio outputs. Their mentoring schedule or agreements, ito po laging natatanong. For now, ano daw po ang template na gagamitin ni mentor at ni newly hired teacher? So they can utilize our performance monitoring or our PCMF form. So they also have their passing scores ng kanilang summative quizzes, their signed course completion certificates. Ito po ay di-discuss din mamaya ng ating kasamahan. Their signed classroom observation tools, any lack reports, kung halimbawa po ay nag-participate kayo ng IPBT-related lack, other PD certificates, and of course, your signed IPCRF or your IDP. So ito pong mga halimbawa or list ng ating possible MOVs can also be found in our IPBT portal, in the our bit.ly NAIAP Teacher Induction Portal. So hanapin lang po ninyo ang isa sa ating mga issuances noong September 2023. Ayan po. Ayan. So nailatag na po natin yung lahat ng ating activities related to IPBT na kailangan i-go through ng ating newly hired teacher. So tingnan naman po natin yung mga iba't ibang roles and responsibilities ng ating mga iba't ibang stakeholders. So sabi po ni Director Leah, kayo po lahat ng nanonood are the linchpin or you are very pivotal sa success ng ating programa. That is because kayo po talaga ang aming frontliners sa implementation ng programang ito. So kami po dito sa CO, as the central office, of course, we will coordinate with other central office bureaus on IPBT-related processes and lead in the development, in the revision of IPBT courses or policy, and of course, to closely coordinate with our RO and SDO focal persons and to provide TA, technical assistance to our NAIAP-R in the implementation of the course. Lahat ng iyon po ay hindi namin magagawa without the help of our field implementers. Kayo po iyon. So for our NAIAP-R counterparts, ayan. Of course, you will serve as the IPBT coordinator in the region and lead in the implementation of IPBT. So lagi po namin kausap ang ating mga NAIAP-R counterparts kasi sila po ang aming mga katuwang in the pag-provide ng TA sa ating mga SDO focal persons, and you are expected as well to work with your quad team in the monitoring and evaluation of your IPBT. Okay, so mula po sa ating RO counterparts, ayan, inaasahan din po natin ang tulong ng ating mga SDO counterparts. So our SDS is expected, of course, to lead in the planning, in the management of IPBT in the division level. So our SDS is the organizes and leads the IPBT management team. So siya po mag-a-assign ng sino ang kanyang IPBT manager o yung mga kasama sa mag-i-implement ng IPBT sa division level. So kasama niya po dito, of course, ang ating mga ASDSS, pati ng ating mga SGOD at ang kanilang mga PSDSS. Alright po. So next, our SGOD chief and SEPs are also key stakeholders na makakasama ng ating division office. So our SDOD chief will serve as the IPBT manager in the division and inaasahan po natin na magpro-provide po sila ng TA sa ating mga IPBT implementers. Tutulungan po sila ng ating mga SGOD SEPs. So actually marami po sa ating SDO focus or yung mga nag-collect or nag-submit ng ating mga year 1 reports po. Sila po ang madalas naming kausap kasi sila po ang inaasahan natin to collect and consolidate data related to IPBT, and of course, to also coordinate with other implementers about IPBT-related processes. And of course, we also have the help of our PSDSS or our Public School District Supervisors in coordinating and helping our school heads in the implementation and monitoring of the IPBT at the school level. Ayun po, so team effort po talaga ito, no? So marami po tayong inaasahan na mga kasama para mas matagumpay at maayos po ang implementation natin ng IPBT. So tingnan naman po natin kung ano-ano naman po ang inaasahan nating roles and responsibilities in the school level. So we know that our key players are of course our school head, our assigned mentors, and of course our beginning or newly hired teachers. Ayan, so hello po sa ating mga magagaling, ayan, na school heads na nanonood. Ayan, marami po sa inyo ay nakasama at nakausap din po namin last year. Ayan, so our school head, of course, leads the IPBT implementation in the school and provides school orientation and IPBT as needed. Halimbawa po, no, kung meron tayong newly hired teacher na kalagitnaan ng school year, na hire or pumasok at wala po tayong division-led orientation, si school head po ang inaasahan natin na mag-orient or mag-onboard ng ating newly hired teacher. So as a school head also, you are expected to support, encourage, and guide our beginning teacher. Meron po kaming alam po, no, na si school head ay isa ding mentor, no, sa isang newly hired teacher. And be involved in the selection of mentors and pairing of mentors with their mentees. Of course, ang ating school head, siya po ang inaasahan natin na mas nakakakilala sa ating mga possible mentors na pwedeng maitap at pwedeng maipartner sa isang newly hired teacher. Ayan. So to facilitate opportunities for partners to collaborate, ensure consistency of the program, and promote collaboration within the whole school. To consider new teacher assignments carefully, and of course, to submit their year-end reports to the SDO. Ayun po, so mamaya po, ipapakita din po ng ating kasamahan yung mga M&E forms and templates natin. Okay. So once again, thank you for our school head, no? Kasi kayo po talaga ang mangunguna, ayan, sa ating school level implementation. Now, let's go through our mentors. Ayan, so sino-sino po kaya ang ating mga mentors? Ayan, ang ating pong IPBT mentor is a department head or key teacher or master teacher po, no? So ideally, ang ating pong mentor talaga isang master teacher or higher kasi kasama po sa ating KRA na mag-provide ng TA through coaching and mentoring. Ayan, so kasi po ang ating pong mentoring, you know, it doesn't just include transfer of knowledge, but it includes, you know, moral and emotional support given by, you know, someone who is more experienced. Ayan, para mas magabayan po ang ating newly hired teacher. So, may tanong po dito, no, na lahat po ba ng MTs ay required na maging isang IPBT mentor? So, depende po, no, kung kayo po ay, basta kayo po ay na-tap or na-assign ng ating school head na meron po kayong partner na newly hired teacher. So kung halimbawa po marami kayo sa school na master teachers at konti lang po ang inyong newly hired, so baka po hindi kayo matap. So this one we will leave to the discretion po ng ating school head. So our mentors, no, are expected to attend any orientation if meron po, no, sa ating about IPBT. That's it. That is why, no, we are glad to really see many of you today. May nag-inform din po sa amin na may several schools, no, or districts na sabay-sabay po kayong nanonood sa isang venue ngayon. So magandang umaga po sa inyo. Ayan. So of course, as a mentor, you are expected to meet and mentor the beginning Ayan. So, I think our internet is back and we apologize for that slight interruption. Sige po, to continue. Ayan, so our mentors, ayan, are expected to collaborate with our beginning teachers to provide support in completing their course books and provide insight, guidance, advice, or encouragement. So, isipin po natin, no, kung siguro kung ano yung mga needs natin nung tayo ay newly hired teacher. Ayan, so tayo po ay merong chance na makapag-mentor at tumulong sa ating bagong guro. So, assist in solving problems through coaching and mentoring. And of course, act as a good role model. Ayan, you are also expected to validate the outputs or the portfolio of your mentee and to submit necessary reports to your school head. Ayan po. So, heart reactions po para sa lahat ng ating mga mentors na nanonood. So, meron din po ditong tanong, what if po hindi sapat ang bilang ng kanilang master teachers sa school at marami po silang newly hired teachers. Na-release po ito ng ating focus din, no, last year. So, in that situation po, pwede pong matap ng ating school head ang other seasoned or experienced teacher. Halimbawa po, meron tayong teacher 3 na who has already rendered siguro 5 years in the service. Ayan po, or more than, no, years in the service. So as long as sa tingin po ng ating school head na ito pong teacher na ito ay may capability as a mentor, pwede po tayong matap as an IPBT mentor. Alright po, so next, of course, aside from our mentors, let's see naman ano ang responsibilities ng ating newly hired teacher. Of course, to attend the IPBT orientation. So, marami po, no, school level ang IPBT orientation. So, last year po, meron din naman pong ilan na division led. And so, of course, they are expected to finish the IPBT course books and complete them, to submit outputs and portfolio throughout the program, participate in any of the IPBT-related activities, to meet regularly with their mentor, throughout the duration of their program, attend other in-service training, and of course, to participate in the monitoring and evaluation of the program. Kasi mahalaga po sa amin, lalo na po, no, ang kanilang input at feedback. Alright. Great. So I think we were able to discuss some of the roles and responsibilities of our key stakeholders, our field implementers, no? And so at this juncture, I think I will be turning over the virtual floor to our host. Once again, we have Miss Christy.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Pichi. We will be going on a quick health break before we proceed to the next part of our discussion. Once again, should you have any burning questions about IBT, you may type your questions or both of the existing questions by going to Slido. Just enter the code 2788176 to type your questions about IBBT. Most voted questions will be answered in the discussion. For now, we will be having a 10-minute break. You may grab a snack or attend to any biological needs. Thank you. All right. We hope everyone had a relaxing break, and we certainly hope you are still with us. To continue our sessions, may I call on Sir Jerson Kapuyan, Education Program Specialist 2, National Educators Academy of the Philippines, Professional Development Division, for the discussion of IPBT learning resources. Take it away, Sir Jerson.
Thank you, Miss Christy. Magandang umaga po sa lahat ng mga ka-IPPT natin na nasa mga paaralan at opisina sa buong Pilipinas. Hopefully ay nasasabayan natin yung dating ng mga impormasyon na ipinabahagi namin ngayong umaga. So this time naman po ay mag-review tayo ng mga resources na dapat meron tayo as program implementers. So hinga po muna tayo ng malalim as we deep dive into the IPBT learning resources. Ayan. So the most important URL or link for us, which Ms. Pichi mentioned earlier, is bit.ly NAEAP Teacher Induction. So this Google slide-based portal is our doorway to everything we need to know and have for IPBT. Ito pong public portal is intended for new teachers, mentors, school heads, and coordinators. So may mga specific pages containing the learning resources relevant to each stakeholder. Quick survey lang po, pakipindot naman po ng thumbs up or heart icon kung nabisita nyo na po yung IPBT portal natin. Yan, sa Slido natin, nagtatanong yung marami kung saan namin ma-access yung mga course books, yung mga templates. So, dyan po sa portal na yan. Ayan. So, yan, maraming mga nag-heart and like react. Thank you. So, lagi po nating tandaan at lagi po nating bisitahin ang ating portal. So, let's go through the pages of this low-tech and efficient portal. So, skip na po natin yung Mentis page. Yan. So, meron pong page yan for our newly hired teacher. So, dumiretso na po tayo sa Mentors page. Ayan. So, on your screen, nakashare po yung actual page na makikita natin when we go to the Mentors page. So, nandyan yung mga course books, issuances from the central office, which we believe have RO and SDO versions din po. Ang M&E form, which we will discuss further later, at nilagay na rin po namin yung registration form for this activity. So update lang din po, may dinagdag kaming video on how to access the exit quizzes. Ayan, so if you go to that page, to the mentors page, nandyan po ang video din na ipapalabas din po natin mamaya. Next, we have the school heads page. The learning resources in the school heads page are almost the same with those for mentors, except for the M&E form. So to access the materials, ang gagawin niyo lang po ay i-hover ninyo yung mouse or yung pointer ninyo over the material. Then you can right-click and download them. So ganun lang po. So clickable naman po yung mga links na yan. Then it will be open to a Google Drive folder. Now, for our IPBT coordinators in the division and regional offices, we also shared with them the folder of issuances. And very important yung mga issuances natin kasi yan yung ine-echo natin sa mga division and regional memo. One unique material that is helpful to them is the list of SDOs who have submitted their annual IPBT report, which we will discuss in detail later. So may listahan po dyan kung nakapag-submit na yung SDO ninyo ng report. Ayan. So, pasadahan lang po natin yung ilang resources which everyone, whether you're a participant or an implementer, should be familiar with. First off, yung mga IPBT course books po natin. So if you go to the page ng mga newly hired, ng mga mentees, ng mga mentors course, ng mga school heads and even sa mga RO focals, nilagay po namin yung link sa mga IPBT course books. When you open that link, ito po yung laman ng Google Drive folder. The file you need to open first is the guide, yung Introduction to TIP, because it will give you an overview of the contents of all the course books. So we also included here, yan, may isang folder po dyan, yung Mainstream LDM or Learning Delivery Modalities Courses Modules, para yung mga newly hired teachers natin, may knowledge na rin sila in terms of distance modular learning kung sakaling mag-shift sa ganitong delivery modality during the school year. Digital copies po yung release naming course books, and it's up to the school heads kung may sapat na budget sa school MOOE. Mention naman po natin yan sa isang IPBT memo na pwedeng gamitin ang school MOOE to print the course books. Pero info lang din po na medyo makapal. Maraming pages po yung ating mga course books. So, isang discretion na rin po yan ng ating mga school heads to print all the course books or yung certain parts lang ng mga course books, like yung mga pages na kailangan i-submit as part of the portfolio. So, yan. So, the TIP course books po are designed to be self-paced. So, kahit self-paced siya, katulad ng mention ni Ms. Peachy, mentees should still coordinate with their mentors kung ano yung pace ng pagsagot ng bawat course book. So, depende sa konteksto ng bawat newly hired teacher natin. Now, each course book begins with an introduction and an overview of the modules covered. So, naka-enumerate din po yung mga course learning outcomes mapped to the professional standards i-address. Diba? Sabi nga natin, yung sa TIP, one of the recommendations is to align it with the PPST. Now, if you notice, anchor tayo sa proficient indicators because we are leading our new teachers to embody proficient career stage competencies. So from beginning, gusto natin silang maging proficient teachers later on. Nilatag din natin yung title ng bawat module, the time it will take to complete the course book, and the portfolio output required for that course book. Pag browse pa natin ang mga susunod na pages ng course books, we'll discover that it follows the same format or flow. Yung intended learning or module learning outcomes muna, then outline of the sessions, the suggested duration, and the required task. The course books have required and optional tasks. Katulad ng na-mentioned earlier, mentees should answer the required tasks as they are designed to help them better understand the key topics. So, mabibuild po yung mga tasks na yan towards the final output. The required tasks also provide opportunities for them to apply their learning. May mga optional tasks din po which will enable them to explore the topics more to enrich their understanding. There are some required tasks that involve outputs to be compiled in their IPBT portfolio. Now, speaking of IPBT portfolio, kasama po yan sa mga kailangan nilang i-accomplish in order to finish a course or the course book. So ito po yung mga kailangan nilang i-accomplish. First, yung course book checked by the mentor. So the mentor, nasaan po yung ating mga mentors? Heart or like po? Yan, so listen po. The mentor checks the course book after each module is accomplished. It's also a good time for mentorship, yung mentorship conversation, and for the mentor and for the newly hired to ask for clarification. So, depende po sa agreed schedule, the course book will be checked by the mentor to monitor yung progress nila, to provide inputs, and answer possible concerns that they may have. The next requirement po ay yung portfolio of required outputs. Each course po has required outputs or outputs to be submitted and compiled in a portfolio na pwedeng physical or digital. The required output is indicated naman po in the course book. The IPBT portfolio is a compilation of all the portfolio outputs required for each course. Yung number of outputs may vary from one course to another. So again, the portfolio may either be a physical compilation or an electronic portfolio as agreed upon by the school management, the mentor, and the mentee. And the last requirement for a mentee to finish a course book is a score of at least 80% in the online summative test. So this will be done by a Google form. Ayan. Meron po, i-discuss po natin yan mamaya-maya. The newly hired teacher shall give the certificate. Yan, mag-generate po yan ng certificate that they got a score of 80 or better sa kanilang exit quiz. At ipapakita po yan kay mentor for verification. Now, for the required task, naka-indicate naman po if the output again would form part of the IPBT portfolio. This is important info for mentees and mentors. So, yung course book po natin, again, is like a workbook. Kung na-print natin, halimbawa, itong page na ito nasa inyong screen, pwede nyo na ang ilagay sa IPBT portfolio niya. Now, before we proceed to the next part, so let's read one question from Slido. Ang tanong po natin dyan ay, required po ba na tapusin lahat ng course books kung kakapasok lang ni mentee ng third quarter ng school year? So, na-hire siya in the middle of the school year, quarter 3. So, ang ating tugon, ayan. So, hindi naman kailangan tapusin ng lahat ng course books, lalo na kung kakapasok nila ng Q3. The mentee and the mentor are given maximum of 1 school year. So, kung Q3 of this school year siya pumasok, yung parang deadline niya for year 1 again is Q3 of the following school year to complete all the course books. So mentee will be tagged as year 1 completer under the school year they finish all the course books. So, kung this year siya nag-start, next year pa siya matatag as year 1 completed. So, wag natin silang i-pressure. Alam natin, medyo overwhelming na ang year 1. So, now, let's have another check for understanding. So, kindly write your answer in the comment section. May pa-check for understanding po tayo. Yan, true, false. The mentee should finish 1 course book in 1 sitting. True po, sulat natin ang ating mga sagot sa ating Facebook Live sa comment section. True ba yan or false? Si newly hired teacher, kailangan tapusin isang course book sa isang upuan lang. Ang sagot natin dyan ay true ba yan o false? Yan, false po. Correct, yan. The estimated time required and the list of required tasks per module are provided to help you plan or budget the time that you are allotting for the module. So you don't have to finish, the mentee did not finish 1 course or 1 module in 1 sitting. So pwedeng isang session lang yan o isang module. So depende po sa capacity niya, depende sa headspace, depende sa energy, depende sa dating ng trabaho din. Moreover, the mentee may actually take less or more time depending on their pace. Yan, so yan, marami tama, most of us answered false. So konting stretch muna tayo before we proceed to the next part. Inat-inat po tayo ng katawan, ng mga joints. Yan. Now, after studying the course book, doing the outputs there and meeting with their mentors or sa lab, mentees will then be instructed to answer an online quiz as a form of summative assessment or exit quiz po for each course book. Again, for each course book, meron pong exit quiz. So they cannot proceed to the next course book unless they have finished course book 1. Now, the online quiz can be accessed through the National Education Portal or NEP na tinatawag natin. So, can you click the like button po if you already have a NEP account or National Education Portal account? So, creating a NEP account is easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, may 5 steps lang po. So, panoorin po natin yung video na ito kung paano sila or paano din tayo nakakagawa ng NEP account. Madali lang pong gumawa ng debt account. So we just follow the steps shown in the video. So yung video na po yun is also uploaded in our IPBT portal. So you can replay it anytime. You can share it with your mentees. Ayan. Now, so na-mention po dun sa video na yung set A set A po yung parang default na sasagutan nila. Now, set B can only be accessed or clicked when they have failed set A twice. So dalawang beses po na medyo failing score sila bago nila ma-access yung set B. Now, once they pass the quiz, yung beginning teacher got at least 80% rating in the quiz, a certificate is automatically generated. So, yan po ang napapakita ni mentee to be checked by their mentors and to be placed in the portfolio. Exit quiz for the next course book will only be activated if they pass the exit quiz of the previous course book and when the certificate of completion is generated. Yan, entertain muna ulit tayo ng question from Slido. Now, is the IPBT accepted as a continuing professional development course by the PRC for purposes of renewing one's license? So, ang ating sagot dyan, regions, yung mga ating NAEP-R or HRDD, as CPD providers accredited by PRC may apply some formal IPBT professional development activities for CPD units. Halimbawa, nagkandak po tayo ng division orientation for our IPBT mentors, mentees, and school heads. Pwede pong i-apply ni division yan through the region para magkaroon ng CPD units so we can use those units in renewing our license. Ang way forward din po ni NAEP dyan is to include in the policy that we are going to develop the uniform action among regions regarding CPD units of IPBT activities. Yan. So, in the exit quizzes po in the portfolio are the M&E elements for our mentees. As for us, implementers, there are M&E tools that we need to accomplish and submit accordingly. So, mahalaga po yung M&E data na ito dahil tulad nga na nakita natin sa nabanggit ni Ms. Peachy, they tell us if our inputs produce the outputs that lead to the achievement of our target outcomes. At kung may return of investment ba lahat ng resources na binubuhos natin for this program. Sabi nga ni Fitzgibbon and Morris noong 2012, effective M&E is crucial for ensuring accountability, measuring impact, and guiding decision-making processes. Now, attention po sa ating mga IPBT mentors. Proceed na po tayo sa M&E part. Ayan. So, ito po yung M&E form that you need to submit to your school head. Yan. So, nasa ating IPBT portal din po ito. So, there's a soft copy of this M&E form. So, part 1 covers information about you as a mentor. The next part 2, concerns the progress of each mentee. Kung marami kayong mentee or isa lang, in completing the course books. So, let's instruct our mentees to show us their exit quiz score kasi i-record natin yan dito sa ating M&E form. Mentors also need to record the summative assessment score in the M&E form. It also asks for the strengths and areas for improvement of the mentees. Now, part 3 collects the issues and concerns, actions taken, and further recommendations. So, very crucial itong last column dahil input siya sa pag-improve natin sa pag-manage ng program. All mentors are expected to submit this form to their school heads because the M&E form to be accomplished by school heads sort of summarizes the data set from our mentors. Now, mentors are also responsible in issuing the certificate of course completion, which we have also included in the portal. So, meron po tayong certificate of completion. This will be given to mentees to certify that they have accomplished the coursebook and submitted the portfolio which contains the output and summative assessment certificate. Now, yung M&E form for school heads naman po, the M&E form for school head starts with the information about the school head plus the number of newly hired teachers for the current school year. Ayan. Yan. So, yan po ang part 1 ng M&E form ng mga school heads na nasa IPBT portal din po natin. Now, part 2 list down the names of mentees and mentors and the date all the course books were completed. Kung natapos nila yung year 1 na. Again, when you say all course books were completed, they're done with year 1. Then, based on the mentors' reports, isulat din po nila yung top 3 strengths and areas for improvement na pwede nating ibabato natin sa mga SDO coordinators. Now, part 3 tells us how the issues and concerns encountered ng mga mentors and mentees have been addressed. So, may sort of reporting dyan na magaganap. At ano yung implications niya sa SDO and RO and CO implementers. Now, the next M&E form is for our SDO IPBT coordinators. So by now, nakikita nyo na po yung pattern, no? How the data from implementers go up until they reach those in charge of designing the program and developing the corresponding policy. Part 1 is about the SDO coordinator's profile. Then part 2 is about the top 3 strengths and areas for improvement. While part 3 naman is the consolidated issues and concerns encountered by mentors and mentees and how they have been addressed. At ano yung implications nito sa mga RO and CO implementers. Now, the last part of the M&E form ng SDO requires answers that would prompt the coordinator to coordinate with colleagues and other implementers. It asks about the notable practices ng SDO on coaching and mentoring, ano yung mga helpful interventions, general points for improvement. Now again, to make the data collection more efficient, alam to ng mga SDO coordinators natin, we have converted the M&E form ng SDO coordinators into an Microsoft form, MS form. Ayan. So this was the form we shared last April 2023. Salamat po sa lahat ng mga SDO IPBT coordinators natin na nag-submit ng kanilang mga reports. At salamat din sa lahat ng mga school heads and mentors na nag-submit ng kanilang M&E form. Kasi hindi naman ito masasagutan ng mga coordinators kung walang pinagbabasehang data or report from schools. So, yung listahan po ng mga submissions ay nasa IPBT portal din po natin. Now, we also have another M&E tool, a progress monitoring tracker posted in our portal. So, sana po lahat ng mga SDO IPBT coordinators ay meron ng edit access sa live document na ito. Ito pong progress tracker will let us know the historical data of our new teachers. Kung anong quarter sila na-hire, kailan sila nagsisimula ng IPBT, at kung lahat ba ng mga na-request nating new teaching positions ay na-fill up. So again, review lang po tayo. Quick review. Mentors will accomplish their M&E form. And if there are more than one mentor in the school head will consolidate all the forms so the school head can complete their M&E form. Now, the SDO IPBT coordinator will then collect all school head M&E form. The next question is when. Yan lang laging mahalagang tanong yan. Kailan isasubmit? If we anticipate that the NAIAP Central Office will deploy the SDO IPBT coordinator form by the end of the school year or a month after the end of the school year, pawait na lang po ng memo, SDOs will be able to determine also the deadline for school head submission, and the school heads will be able to determine also the deadline for mentors. one notable practice we got from some schools and division is that they have a living, working M&E form. So, pwedeng Google Docs or Word document po na ina-update nila every once in a while para pag lumabas yung deadline for submission, ready na agad. So, sa simula pa lang ng kanilang mentoring, sa simula pa lang ng school year, meron na agad silang M&E form na ina-update every once in a while. And magandang practice po yan. Now, majority of the information we have shared today can be found in the guide, Introduction to TIP Material. So, yan po nasa screen ninyo, yung document na yan, nasa portal natin. So, this is part of the course books folder. If you have any questions, just open this document. Open nyo lang po yung document na yan. You can go also to our IPBT portal, our Slido, which later will be converted into an FAQ document. So lahat po ng mga binahagi ninyong questions, ilalagay po natin yan sa ating frequently asked questions document. Again, this is Gerson. Daghang salamat. Over to you, Ms. Christy.
Thank you, Sir Gerson. I'm sure that we are excited to try and plan with colleagues, be it in the school, division, or regional level to properly implement the IBPT. So for our next part, may I call on once again our focal person for this program, Ms. Richie Bisagas, for the reminders and way forward.
All right, so thank you, Sir Gerson and Miss Christy for that a very comprehensive discussion po ng ating learning resource package and other forms and templates. All right, so I will just be sharing po some of the reminders and ways forward. So mainly po ito ay addressed para sa ating mga RO and SDO focal persons. Ayan, so last April po ay nakapag-issue tayo ng memo employing our SDO IPBT focal persons to submit their reports. And napakita rin po ni Sir Gerson kanina na marami po sa ating mga SDOs ang nakapag-submit na ng inyong year 1 reports, and we are truly grateful for that. Kasi po, as we have mentioned earlier, binabasa, ina-analyze at ina-thematize po namin talaga yung mga reports na sinubmit ninyo mula sa reports ng ating mentors, school heads na kinonsolidate ng ating mga SDO focal person. So, great work po ating mga SDO and RO counterparts. And upon our initial analysis po, meron po kaming mga nakitang areas of concern, yung mga main areas na kailangan po namin pag-usapan dito sa central office based doon sa feedback na binigay po ninyo. Ayan, so marami po sa mga binigay ninyo ay may kinalaman sa program design, sa training design po, and training duration even. Marami din po sa inyo nag-express ng concern about sa time management ng ating IPBT, lalo na po yung year 1 na mukhang madaming course books ang kailangan tapusin. Some of you has also mentioned or raised yung workload management. I think sa comments rin kanina meron akong nakita, and as policy owners, we will have to work together with other concerned bureaus dito sa central office. And of course, some of you expressed other concerns about monitoring and evaluation. So lahat po ng mga nilagay po ninyo would be possible inputs and discussion points when we eventually enhance our policy. And so next po. And aside from this memo and the submission of the reports and survey, we were also able to issue the memorandum related to the conduct of activities for IPBT. So, kasama lang po nito, kasama sa issuance na ito, we are asking our RO focals to be part of their regional trackers. And as of now, it is great news for all of us that all our regional focal persons have been added as editors of their own regional trackers. Ibig sabihin po, meron na po kayong sharing capability sa inyong regional trackers. So our RO focal person shall add your SDO counterparts as editors to that tracker. That is because kayo po ang mas nakakakilala or may kompletong listahan ng ating mga SDO focal persons. Ayan, so ano pong itsura nito? I believe na pakita po ni Sir Gerson kanina, no? Ang isang screenshot nitong ating regional tracker. So ito po ay may summary tab. So we are asking our focal persons to regularly update, no, every quarter itong ating tracker. So meron po yung quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4 for this school year. Ayan, so of course po, since October pa lang po ngayon and per our school calendar that is still under quarter 1, ayan, dapat po yung first quarter ng ating tracker ay meron na pong laman. And so we ask you to regularly update this kasi para nakakita po natin na totoo nga po or this is really our tangible way of gathering data na may mga pumapasok or na-hire talaga sa kalagitnaan ng school year. And for us, meron pong policy implication noon. So your trackers have a regional summary tab and of course, your own SDO tab that you need to update during the entire school year. So para po hindi po tayo mga rag, no, sa end ng quarter 4. So unti-unti po, siguro po every end of the quarter ay lagyan po natin, ayan, ng laman itong ating mga trackers. Alright, so some other reminders po, no, and ways forward, ayan, for us would include the following. Ayan, we would just like to share that we will be meeting with our Visayas and Mindanao RO and SDO focals during the capacity building of NAIAP-R and SDO SEPs in managing and implementing NAIAP programs. So this November po ito, no, sa Baguio. So we were already able to meet our Luzon RO and SDO focal persons at naging fruitful po ang ating discussion. So if our RO and SDO focal persons from Visayas and Mindanao, ayan, so maayong buntag sa inyong tanan. Ayan, so we look forward to meet with you and discuss with you further, no, sa Baguio po. Ayan. Next would be, as per our recently issued memo, to just continue today or this school year, yung implementation and monitoring ng ating IPBT. So yung mga last year po, no, na nagsimula, of course, they will continue with the year 2 of their program and yung mga ating bagong hire for this school year, ayan, sila naman po ang magsisimula sa year 1. And this is for us here in the central office. We will have by 2024 the series of right shocks and validation and the development of the IPBT policy and learning resource package. Ayan, so meron po tayong mga binigay na feedback sa ating course books, lalo na po ang ating mga mentors, ano, so it will be, those are taken note of and we will be considering those sa ating policy improvement. Ayan, so I will just be sharing siguro po, no, some answers doon sa mga na-raise na questions before I give it to Ate Christy or to Miss Christy. Meron pong tanong dito na, ayan, kailangan po ba ng request to download sa templates ng certificates and forms? Ayan, hindi po. So as long as pumunta po kayo sa ating IPBT portal, ayan, so by now dapat memorize na po natin by heart, no? That's bit.ly/NAIAP teacher induction. Kayo po, as long as gamit ninyo ang inyong DepEd email, ay merong viewer access. Kung kayo po ay may viewer access, ibig sabihin pwede nyo pong i-download yung mga forms and templates and even yung videos po na nandoon. Ayan, so mayroon din pong humihingi dito ng video nung paano i-access ang ating online quizzes sa NEP. Again, please go to our portal at doon po namin nilalagay lahat ng ating resources. And so another question raised is that can we avail later on some of the slides used so we can use it also in our orientation? And yes po, again, we will be updating our IPBT portal. Yung mga questions na nilagay po natin sa Slido, pati po yung mga slides, relevant slides that we use today will be placed there. Kaya regularly lang po natin i-visit yung ating IPBT portal. Yan. And lastly po, this is a question, pwede po ba mag-IPBT ang ating mga provisional teachers? So siguro po, maraming ganito siguro sa senior high school, most probably, no, na maraming provisional teachers. So as of now po, no, IPBT is really geared towards yung teachers natin with plantilla position, but we employ na kasama po itong mga provisional teachers na sana mag-go through ng program. Kasi po, sumasabak din po sila, di ba, sa DepEd system sa kanila, lalo na kung first year po nila at humaharap din po sila sa ating mga learners. So this is also our way of supporting them so that they too can be properly supported in their immersion in the DepEd system, and we hope na matulungan din po natin sila para sa enhancement ng kanilang teaching practice. Ayun po. So, alright. So, thank you po for those who have placed their questions. And so now, I will be giving the floor back to our host, Miss Christine.
Okay, thank you, Miss Peachy. Truly, we look forward to continually collaborating with you all for the success of this program in support of our newly hired teachers. Next, please make sure to fill out the attendance and evaluation form. The link and the QR code are flashed on the screen. We will be giving everyone 5 minutes to accomplish the form. Your comments and suggestions will be valuable for us. All right. Thank you so much for completing and submitting the evaluation form. Now, due to the volume of the number of participants po accessing our evaluation link, medyo nagkaroon po ng traffic, but we will be posting po sa ating Facebook group po ang link po ulit sa ating evaluation. Okay po? So maraming salamat po. Again, we are grateful for you being our frontliners in the field. And with that, we have reached the end of our program. Once again, this has been your host, Dr. Christy Monsanto. Thanking you all for partnering with us in ensuring that our newly hired teachers are equipped as they venture into a whole new world of their teaching journey. Thank you so much, everyone. Please stay safe and healthy. See you all in our next events.